morning. How's everybody feeling today? Well, I'm Brandy Clark, and it's my honor to have curated this round. I'm a big fan of Dom and Kelly, and really just met Kelly this morning, and Dom and I have been involved in some Grammy things along the way, but don't really know either of them personally, so it's part of why I wanted to do this, because I've always wanted to know both of you. So I'm going to be having as much fun as you guys are. I'll kick it off. This song I wrote actually was inspired by the late great John Prine. I was at an Americana Awards, I think it was 2018, and he was there to introduce Iris DeMent, and he came out and everybody stood up for what felt like a good 10 minutes. And I think in an attempt to not get emotional, he said, after everybody sat down, he said, well, I'm John Prine, but I'd like to go back to being who you thought I was. and everybody laughed, but I actually cried when he said that, because at the time, I was in a relationship where I wasn't exactly who my partner thought I was. And I was real torn about that. And so that was my first emotion, was it hit me in the heart. And then my second emotion was, well, that's a song. And there's a rhyme full of amazing songwriters. So I might not be able to write it best, but I'm going to write it first. And so the next day I wrote this one, and it was on my record, Your Life is Record. Used to want to be a cowboy, a shadow in the sunset. That's why I started smoking cigarettes. Used to want to be a cowboy, used to want to be Elvis, drive a pink Cadillac car. That's why I learned to play the guitar. Used to want to be Elvis. There's a lot of things I used to want to do, till I met you. Now I want to be honest. Now I want to be better. I want to be the me I should have been when we were together. I want to be at least almost close to worth your love. I want to be who you thought I was. Used to want to join the circus, hang around with the freak show. Wish I'd learned to walk a tightrope. Used to want to join the circus. Used to want to stay 18. Used to want an Airstream with a lawn chair, tumbleweed view. Now I just want you. And I want to be honest. Now I want to be better. I want to be the me I should have been when we were together. I want to be at least almost close to worth your love. I want to be who you thought I was. There's a lot of things I used to want to be, till you stopped loving me. Now I want to be steady, I want to be forever. I want to be the me I could have been when we were together. I want to be at least almost close to worth your love. I want to be who you thought I was. Yeah, I want to be who you thought I was. have a hand for Kelly Willis.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm so happy to be up here with you. This is quite a thrill. Both. I was thinking I might do this song. So when I first came to Nashville, I was a teenager and I was learning how to write songs. I wasn't writing a lot of songs back then. But in that environment, I was learning that you were supposed to write hit songs. It took me a while before I realized that, there was another way to write songs. And it wasn't until I heard Lucinda Williams put out her Big Red Sun record. And that record changed the way I thought about writing songs, because I thought you can have your own voice. You can do something that doesn't have to be like anybody else. And so that's when I started just letting my own freaky thing happen. And this is one of the songs that I started to write. And I brought my friend Scott Davis to play guitar with me today. Because I've never been much of a guitar player. And in fact, when I wrote this song, I had this part in it that I was just it was like a placeholder for a guitar. It would go na 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 na, na 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 na, and that eventually that would be a guitar doing that. But it kind of grew on me. And then when I went and I co-wrote this with Gary Louris, and of course he's the harmony master, and put harmonies all over it from the Jayhawks. And so yeah, this is called What I Deserve. Na 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 comfort for my shaken soul. Yellow on my hands are tears from long ago. My skin lets it in. It's always been too thin since I can't remember when. What I deserve, oh darling, what I deserve, what I deserve, what I deserve. There's solace in this dusty earth and rocky hills. Yeah, but even starry skies can't mend my broken will. My blood doesn't pour. There's nothing to bleed for. I don't believe anymore. And oh, what I deserve, what I deserve, what I deserve. Oh, darling, what I deserve, what I deserve, what I deserve. Now I have done the best I can. Oh, but what I've done, it's not who I am. And oh, what I deserve. Feeling old and losing hope. Hell, I walked a long way just to find the end of my road. And you say that I should break. Well, I would, but my faith has strayed. I don't believe I'll be saved. And oh, what I deserve,
together for this gentleman over here, who's not only an amazing singer-songwriter, but in the Dominican, I saw him win a dance competition. And that takes guts to even dance, much less win the competition. So, Dom Flemons, take it over.
Now they call me Merengue Pete. That's what happened. Well, this one here, I guess since we're talking about dancing, this is one here that I wrote thinking about all the men and the women who've ever pulled their partner close for a slow dance. And when I wrote this song, I wanted to just think about the intimacy of that moment of just being able to come together for just a minute and just with no strings attached. And so here's a little song called Slow Dance With You. I wanna pull you close and slow dance with you. Darling, I ain't the perfect man, but I see the sun's coming up and you're lovely wrapped in dawn. Darling, take my hand. Take your time, no rush. We've got the band all night. Forget the world, it's just you and I. Ain't got no expectations, got no questions to ask. Darling, take that fear from your eyes, 'cause I wanna pull you close and slow dance with you. Darling, I ain't the perfect man, but I see the sun's coming up and you're lovely wrapped in dawn. Darling, take my hand. I know you miss someone, I'm missing someone too, but it ain't about them tonight. It's about two lost hearts and a bucket full of tears that are being left outside tonight. 'Cause I wanna pull you close and slow dance with you. Darling, I ain't the perfect man, but I see the sun's coming up and you're lovely wrapped in dawn. Darling, take my hand. Darling, take my hand. Some extra fireworks in there.
That was so impressive. I mean, not only was the song beautiful, but when all that was going on, you just lifted your guitar up closer to the mic. Kelly mentioned
This is normal.
Yes.
This is fine.
that's a real pro move. Kelly mentioned, being in Nashville, and you said something that I've never heard said out loud, but that you learn to write hit songs, and that's the goal. I've never thought about that, which is why this next song probably took the majority of my life in Nashville to write, because I would throw this idea out to people, and they would look at me like I was crazy, and it came from being a child and loving the movie Jaws. And I'm not kidding. It was Jaws and Urban Cowboy. My brother and I watched those movies probably a total of 10 years of our childhood. I don't know, it'd be tough for me to tell you which one I like more, but from the moment I heard Roy Scheider say we're going to need a bigger boat, I thought, as a little kid that was wanting to be a songwriter, I thought, well, that's a song. It took until just a couple years ago for me to find somebody that agreed, that, you know, and it was a guy named Adam Wright, who I had never written with before, but Adam was telling me about his son, who at the time I think was 6, and that he was obsessed with the movie Jaws, and Adam would imitate Quint, and he was really quite good at it. If Adam ever comes on this boat, ask him to do that. But when he told me that, we were just getting to know each other, I said, oh, I've got an idea for you. And so all those years of waiting, it was just waiting for Adam to come around. Someone who didn't care whether it was a hit or not, honestly. It's not a hit, but it's perfect for what we're in. Either all the way left or all the way right. The only time we meet in the middle is to fight. The rich get richer, rest get a little more broke. We're gonna need a bigger boat. There's floods down south and fires out west. You turn on the news, it scares you to death. Give me that hammer, somebody hold my coat. We're gonna need a bigger boat. We spill wine all over the map and we keep waiting on the wind to blow. We can't agree on who should be captain, so we can't keep this thing afloat. You can't eat this, you can't eat that. Is there anything that ain't giving cancer to rats? The safest thing in the air is cigarette smoke. We're gonna need a bigger boat. We spill wine all over the map and we keep waiting on the wind to blow. We can't agree on who should be captain, so we can't keep this thing afloat. We're springing a leak, we're coming apart. We're on the Titanic, but we think it's the Ark. Sharks in the water got me thinking about a movie quote. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Well, this next song I wrote, I had kind of a dry spell of writing, and whenever that happens, I get to where I just avoid writing altogether because I don't want to experience that attempt and then fail. But I sat down one day and I started trying to write a song, and I was trying to write kind of a complicated, personal diary entry kind of a song that was a lot of words in it and failing. And so I gave myself the assignment of, let's just flip it around and try to write a very simple, universal kind of a song and see what happens. And so I came up with this little country soul song that just ignited a little streak of songwriting for me, and I ended up writing a lot of the songs that are on this record this is the title track too. It's called Back Being Blue. My baby let me go. He called me on the phone. He said I ought to know he wasn't there alone. She's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. Back in blue. He said it was a sign that love's still so strong after all this time. How can that be wrong? Now she's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. She's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. He said but wasn't the same as a rare love. There was always such a rare love and couldn't be tamed. Oh, now she's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. She's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. Back in blue. Back in blue.
This song here is one that I wrote. This is one I wrote dedicated to my wife. You know, as a traveling musician, there are a lot of times that I have to leave, and you know, the longing between two people not having a chance to see each other every single day is something that is a reality of life for us. And so I wanted to write this little song to her. This is a piece called Dark Beauty. I sort of set this in the setting of a cowboy going down the road, and as he's getting ready to go on the next job, his wife turns to him and says, "Can it wait till tomorrow?" And that's a not uncommon thing that we see a lot of. Dark beauty, across your brow, all across the mesa. Dust is sticking to my skin, but I ride with the dreams of seeing my home again. Dark beauty, sunset sinking over the range. Gonna grab my pastoral, ride the trail to you again. Dark beauty, a cold solemn tone, riding on past the mission bells on the wore out dusty road. And you say, can it wait until tomorrow? For it's you who can take away the sorrow. Brown eyes shining, you're the spirit I always knew, that would whistle me a melody that would bring me back to you. Dark beauty, I'd ride from Eagle Pass to Roe, for you to see my returning, with you standing in our home. And you say, can it wait until tomorrow? For it's you who can take away this sorrow, this sorrow.
I love that, Dom. It makes me think of this next song I wasn't going to play, but hearing that, it's kind of the answer. You're talking about being the leaver. This is about a love song about being the one that's left behind, but positive. I don't have a lot of positive songs. You'd come to the wrong show, I think, if you're looking for that. But this is the closest I come to a positive love song. If they said that you ain't wrote your name in, if you're tired of the view from the same window, if there's lips that you wanna get drunk on, Ferris wheels that you need to get stuck on, go see everything you think you need to see, then come back to me. If there's pavement you ain't put your shoes on, or a dance floor you ain't made a move on yet, if you're feeling too safe here beside me, and you wanna do something you might regret, Try the whole world on if you feel the need. Then come back to me. I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. I wouldn't wake you from any dream you ever had. So go on and go and unroll every map. But if you gotta leave, you gotta know I love you enough to let you go if there's greener grass. Hey, I wanna hold you, but I don't wanna hold you back. If you fly like a bird on the jet stream, hope the sky is a Hollywood set scene blue. If you land with the tan and your shades on, hope the promise the postcard made comes true. But if it's not all you dreamed it'd be, come on back to me. I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. I wouldn't wake you from any dream you ever had. So go on and go and unroll every map. But if you gotta leave, you gotta know I love you enough to let you go if there's greener grass. Hey, I wanna hold you, but I don't wanna hold you back. If you find someone else who deserves you, hope she loves you enough not to hurt you. But if she does, you know right where I'll be. Come on back to me.
Almost burst into tears instantly on the I want to hold you, but I don't want to hold you back line. Oh, I'm in front of people. Well, here's one that's about somebody getting left that it was actually bad. But this is a song that I actually wrote with my ex-husband Bruce Robinson and one of my oldest friends, Monty Warden, who was in the Wagoneers back in the day. And it's a song that I just recorded with this new trio I've been playing with, Melissa Carper and Brennan Lee, and thank you. We have a little EP coming out on March 15th, and we've called ourselves the Wonder Women of Country. Because we're modest. Anyway, it's called Another Broken Heart. It's like this. One. Who I am now is coming up clearer. Down in this barroom, it's all smoke and mirror, baby, meant for denying and hiding the cause. Each round I love, the mountain grows steeper. Each tear I cry, the memory grows deeper, baby. Lord help the loser who knows what she's lost. But somebody's world just probably fell apart. Somebody's looking for a brand new start. I just got to find another broken heart. I remember our parting like lights on the letter. Things would be changing, be for the better, baby. How this is better, I don't really see. Barman says go home, another night's ending. Well, I will be leaving, there's no use pretending. Go home's an old story, means nothing to me. But somebody's world is probably fell apart. Somebody's looking for a brand new start. I've just got to find another broken heart. I didn't know it was over. I just thought love would grow. Now I need a way to recover, and maybe you know somebody. Somebody's world is probably fell apart. Somebody's looking for a brand new start. I just got to find another broken heart. I just got to find another broken heart. I just got to find another broken heart.
Well, this next one here, it's with actually in your song, Let's Build a Bigger Boat, you mentioned all three elements that made this song come together for me here. You mentioned a flood and fire, and all coming together in this one. I was actually traveling down the road. I was getting ready to do a Bonnaroo a couple years back, and I got caught in Hurricane Ida, and they ended up canceling Bonnaroo. They got flooded out that year. And while I was in the hotel room, I decided to make myself feel better by turning the news on. So, it's, the news had all the reports about the wildfires in Southern California happening at the same time. And so I got to thinking about all that juxtaposition of water and fire. And I ended up writing this one here. This is the title track off my newest record. This one's called Traveling Wildfire. There's a traveling wildfire sprawling like an endless gravel road. You can see it tearing up the mountainside. It goes where it wants to go. And my eyes cry looking at the flames, orange to yellow, burning to white. For there's a traveling wildfire blazing into the valley tonight. There's a dark moon in the valley, covered in clouds made of clay. And the winds roll in scowling voice, will make the Mississippi change its way. and I can hear a simple moaning, a lonesome tune to cry. For there's a dark moon in the valley, rising high up, rising high. The dark moon is beaming like a flicker of candlelight. And when you think the night is over, folks remind you that times are getting tight. But there are too many voices to get us out of the maze. For the dark moon is beaming like a final melody being played. And I spend my time looking for a place soft and warm. Oh my love, oh my love, how did we end up in the eye of the storm?
This song I wrote for my grandma, who was my absolute favorite character, favorite person that ever walked the planet, but definitely biggest character I've ever known and my favorite character. She would say that there were two kinds of music, country and western, and she had no room for anything else. And she, believed in a lot of, she believed in standing up for the flag and those kinds of patriotic things. And she also believed that you weren't a real smoker if you didn't buy your own cigarettes and you didn't inhale deeply. She would always get offended at people that just bummed cigarettes. Buy your own pack. That's how she felt about it. But I was thinking about her. I was on a real, I'm somebody that I'll listen to one song only for a month. Just on repeat. It drives anybody who's around me crazy, but I just get that way. And at the time it was Merle Haggard, Are the Good Times Really Over for Good? And I was thinking about that song because it was my grandma's generation, and I was thinking about that generation and what made them different, and how could I write a song about them? And so I started working on a song called They Smoked in the House. And because they did, I mean, my grandma and all her friends, I know when she passed away, we took the pictures off the wall, and it was not a very old house because she had lost a house, and she said it was a chimney fire. I think it might have been a random cigarette. And so she hadn't even lived in that house very long, and when we took the pictures off the wall, it was a different color. Everything it was kind of a nice teal, but it was tarred over it. So when you pulled the pictures off the wall, it was that really fresh looking teal. But I was working on this song and I couldn't really nail it. You know, I had all these great facts about that generation, but I didn't really have the heart. And I remembered what a great songwriter had said to me one time, which was to be specific, or to be universal, you have to be specific. And so I thought, well, this is really about my grandma. And so when I changed it to "She Smoked in the House," it just flew out of me. And I was so sad when it was over, because the whole time I was writing it, I felt like my grandma was writing it with me. And and I never thought anything would happen with this song. But whenever I would play it for people, they really loved it, and it ended up being on my latest record. And so I feel like she's alive every day when I get to play it and tell stories about her. She smoked in the house, burned holes in the couch, lipstick circled butts in the ashtray. She saved in Folgers cans, swore credit was a scam, bought everything at Sears on layaway. She was Ford over a Chevy, Pepsi over Coke, country or Western, Owens or Jones. That kitchen radio was playing loud. She smoked in the house, would throw nothing out. She cut the mold off cantaloupe and cheese. The farmer's almanac told her when to plant petunias, potatoes, and peas. She was never take a handout, always standing for the flag, country and Western, Loretta and Hack. That kitchen radio was singing loud. And I hate cigarettes, but I miss all that smoke. My grandma blew back when I grew up with her and that radio. She smoked in the house, she'd laugh and crush one out, light another, put coffee in her cream. And it's 1984, and I'm asking for one more story when I see her in my dreams.
Well, I think I'll do this song I wrote with my friend Betty Sue. Another girlfriend had called me up and she sent me a picture. She saw me and an old boyfriend somewhere, and I replied that I didn't even remember that. And it was a press photo. And she said, well, was it selective memory? No, actually, all my memories of that time are good. I guess so much time has gone by, I only remember the good stuff. And then it got me thinking, and I got the idea for this song. It's called Looking Forward to Looking Back. I'm looking forward to looking back and putting our pain in the distant past. A rosy glow on the way things were. Where we went wrong, we won't be sure. I'd like to forget the things I know, and each day I'll let a hard truth go. And when I stumble on a place we go, I'll drink a toast to you, you're so-and-so. I wanna call the nights we didn't dance, dance. I'll think about how we laughed at the band, that hitch in your step when you spin me around. Your voice in my ear was the sweetest sound. Sometimes I'm sure there's no tomorrow, and all I can feel today is sorrow. But if there is, then I can't wait to remember us and that second day. How long until we laugh about it? Someday I'll smile, but today I doubt it. We'll both forget the words that stung and just recollect that we were young. I'm looking forward to looking back.
Well, this is a little piece that I wrote for my album Black Cowboys a few years back. And thank you so much. This is after I read the autobiography of a fellow by the name of Nat Love, who was a black cowboy, he was born into slavery in Davidson County, Tennessee, and then he made his way out west after emancipation and became a cowboy. And then he became a Pullman porter working on the railroad line later in his life. And I thought that that was such an interesting juxtaposition for someone as familiar with the horse and buggy as they were with the modern marvel of the train. And so I wanted to write a song about it. And then I got to thinking about one of the places that he mentions in that book. He mentions that he did a lot of his cowboy work in northern Arizona in a town called Holbrook. And Holbrook has a particular significance to me and my family because my grandfather on my dad's side, he was a preacher, and he had started a church decades after Nat Love was there, but he started a church in Holbrook. And Holbrook's a very, very small town on the northern rim of Arizona, so it's a very, very particular flavor and a particular style of town. And so when I was bringing those two things together, I started to blend those together in the song, and I started thinking about generational progress. One of the things that happened to me that caught me by surprise over the past couple of years is my alma mater, Northern Arizona University, gave me an honorary doctorate. And so my grandfather, who lived there from the 1940s till he passed away in 2014, he worked as a preacher, but his day job was as a sawmill worker. So, my dad and I will laugh, and my dad will just say, from chopping down trees to doctorate at NAU, who would have guessed that it would have happened in 3 generations like that? And so this song's sort of thinking about that idea of going from coming out from way out west to then me playing the guitar for you right now on stage. So this is a little piece called Steel Pony Blues. I caught my steel pony and boys, I'm gonna ride. Get down to Holbrook, you won't find me there. Good Lord, I caught the first thing smoking down the road somewhere. Called the first thing smoking down the road somewhere. 'Cause I called my steel pony and boys, I'm gonna ride. Getting far too old to follow this here herd. Good Lord, I called the first thing smoking down the road somewhere. Called the first thing smoking down the road somewhere. 'Cause I called my steel pony and boys, I'm gonna ride. Now they call me Mr. Flemons, 'cause I'm a pull porter now. Good Lord, I caught the first thing smoking down the road somewhere. Caught the first thing smoking down the road somewhere. 'Cause I called my steel pony and boys, I'm gonna ride. Take them all down the trail 1 times 6. Now they call me Mr. Flemons, 'cause I done tore that guitar down. Good Lord, I caught the first thing smoking down the road somewhere. Now when you get over there, you won't find me, 'cause I called my steel pony and boys, I'm gonna ride. Get it one more time, 6.
That was incredible.
Thank you, Brandy.
So nice. I think we have time for one more go around if you guys are good to hang with us. Thank you, Dom and Kelly, both for doing this. It's really awesome.
Thank you so much. What a thrill to be up here with you.
Yeah.
Really great.
This is, I know it's mine and Kelly's first cruise. Is it yours also?
Yeah, this is my first cruise here.
I mean, we should have called this the maiden voyage round. So thank you guys for being so supportive. I wrote this song, Kelly was talking about like a diary entry earlier. This was definitely a diary entry for me. I was going to a writing appointment one morning and someone had really hurt my feelings, and I was in the car and I was in traffic and I was trying to get myself really in the right headspace, because I had never written with this guy I was going to write with, and I wanted to bring in something great. And I was trying to, like I said, I was trying to get myself centered and in a good frame of mind, and I remembered what a really good friend of mine always says, which is that insecurity is the ugliest human emotion, and that usually when someone hurts our feelings, it's their own insecurities. And so I started thinking about that, and I was thinking about my own insecurities and the relationships that they had screwed up along the way, mostly relationship with myself. And when I came into that ride, I had an outline for a letter to Insecurity, and we wrote that day. And then fast forward, sometime I was in the studio making a record with Brandy Carlisle, and she said, "How would you feel about turning this into a duet?" And I said, I love that idea, you know. And she said, "But it can't be me, you know. It needs to be someone else." She said, "I was thinking maybe Lucinda Williams." And I said, "Well, I would love that, you know." And so, but she said, "But I'll sing the scratch vocal." And so Brandy and I started singing, and there have been very few times in my life that I have felt magic, but that was one of them. And so I went home that day and thought, oh man, how am I going to talk Brandy into doing this, leaving that vocal? Because she was very adamant that it was not going to be her. And so the next morning I went in with this whole case prepared, and I said, "Hey, you know, Brandy, I got to be honest with you. I love the Lucinda idea, but there's just some kind of magic when you and I sing together on this song." And she's like, "Oh, buddy, all you have to do is ask." So I put all this stress and sleepless night into asking her, and all I needed to do was ask. So anyways, we recorded the song, and I'm going to sing Brandy's part as well as mine today. She's not going to come out here. I always tell people that when I'm on my own, I'm like, I don't want to set you up from Brandy Carlisle to walk out here, because she's not going to, but this one's called Dear Insecurity. Dear Insecurity, oh, we meet again, don't try to flirt with me. You're not really my friend, but you take up half this bed, living rent-free in my head, all insecurity. You show up in my mirror, point out the worst in me. Whisper in my ear that my lips are way too thin, too many miles on my skin. If I can't find a way to get you gone, can we find a way to get along? You're careless and you're cruel, and oh, you're mindless. Maybe you could try a little kindness instead of me. Hey, Insecurity, now where did you come from, your immaturity? It's the thing I can't outrun. You're a mean girl, you're a bully. I hope you're having fun, 'cause insecurity. You try on all my clothes, it just occurred to me that you may live in my phone. You tell me I don't fit in, you push me close to quitting. If I can't find a way to get you gone, can we find a way to get along? You're careless and you're cruel, and oh, you're mindless. Maybe you could try a little kindness instead of hurting me. 'Cause insecurity this time feels like love, she's really sure of me. So please don't fuck this up. If you cut in on this dance, I may never get another chance. I'll never find a way to get you gone. Wish I could find a way to know try a little kindness instead of hurting me. Why you hurting me? Insecurity.
Well, how to follow that? I think I'll do something real dumb, like a real dumb song. I came into country music through rockabilly, so I like a good dumb song. And, this one was the last one that I brought into my a record I've made called Easy. And you know, you go in with all the songs you think are important, and then they're like, all right, well, we need 2 more. So I just threw this one in the mix, and it's the only one I always do off of that record. It's kind of funny how the low expectations sometimes is helpful. But I wrote this song after a guy broke up with me, and I thought he did it all wrong. It's called If I Left You. I wouldn't stay gone so long. And if I left you, I'd worry how you got along. But you left me, but there in my misery. That's not something I would do if I left you. If I left you, I wouldn't go out on the town. If I left you, I'd drag my heart along the ground. But you left me alone here in my misery. That's not something I would do if I left you, yeah. You're acting like I never crossed your mind. I'm a whole lot feeling like I'm losing mine. Whoa, but if I loved you, I'd call you every single day. And if I left you, I'd wonder why I went away. You left me here in my misery. That's not something I would do if I left you, if I left you.
I love that. We're thinking along the same lines, Jess. I was thinking one of my dumb songs was going to be the next one for me. This is one that, well, you know, years back I went to a little place in East Nashville, Tennessee called Prince's Hot Chicken. And I was so moved by the culinary experience. Magnifique in the styrofoam, you know, that I knew I had to write a song about it. and I wanted to write a little hokum number about hot chicken. And it's been interesting to see nowadays most people know what hot chicken is because you can find it everywhere, you know. And but this is what came out when I decided to write a song. Rooster run, mother hen, said cock-a-doodle-doo. Mother hen said, darn old fool, my fricassee ain't for you. You wanna get hot chicken, you wanna get hot chicken. 'Cause if you want hot chicken, East Nashville, Tennessee. Jackrabbit run the Gila monster, running the salad mile. Then the Gila monster turned around and said, you know, hey bub, this running ain't my kind of style. You wanna get a hot chicken, you wanna get a hot chicken. 'Cause if you want it, East Nashville, Tennessee. The old man knocked on the window glass, old man gave him the eye. He said, boy, you done had your fun with my wife, and quit knocking on my blinds, and go and get your hot chicken. Don't mistake of a hot chicken, don't do it. 'Cause we gotta go, East Nashville, Tennessee. Right! Old man laid his fiddle down, wine glass in his hand. He said, times has gotten so damn high that I can't no longer dance. I gotta get me hot chicken. Doctor suggested hot chicken. Where am I gonna go to? East Nashville, Tennessee. Little frog hopped by my feet, had a big tear in his eye. Said, I can't believe my own true love told me to hop on by. And said, get a hot chicken. I think she suspected it. Where am I hopping to? East Nashville, Tennessee. Whoa, babe, I'm gonna get hot chicken, hot chicken, hot chicken, hot chicken, hot chicken, hot chicken. Whoa, now hot chicken, yeah, hot chicken now. Okay, you've been listening to WDOM coming at you from East Nashville, Tennessee. Where we ain't got no neck bones, ain't got no chitlins in the bottle, all got humidity chicken that's awfully hot. Way down East Nashville, Tennessee, come see us sometime. And we're sang, we're gonna get hot chicken, hot chicken, hot chicken, hot chicken, the hot chicken, hot chicken. Whoa, now hot chicken, yeah. Hot chicken down in west of Memphis, they sing it like this. I'm gonna get the hot chicken, 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 the hot chicken. Whoa, now hot chicken, yeah. Hot chicken, beetle, 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 bomb.